Recent success in the Samsung Solve for Tomorrow contest is continuing to pay dividends for Gering High School. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, 3-time state winners, 2 trips to the national finals, and 1 national championship has established Gering High School as a powerhouse in the Samsung Solve for Tomorrow contest. Last week, Gering teacher Justin Reimuth and former student Eric Crane flew out to the nation's capital for the 10th year kickoff celebration. Reimuth says that GHS's continued prowess and innovation has caught the eye of Samsung, and they'll be put in the spotlight in October.
We're going to be highlighted through newscast, and they'll be having executives and things from Samsung. Congress people will be coming here in the next month and highlighting our school, because actually through this program and all the projects we've done, we're the winningest school in the country.
Over the last 3 years, Gering's winning projects included building a drone designed to provide targeted aerosol applications of agricultural pesticides, creating a microplastics filter for washing machines, and inventing an eye-controlled wheelchair to assist in the mobility of quadriplegics to navigate their environment.
It's been amazing, and it's definitely put Gering on the map, I think, where most people, even if they're from the remote area, they just call us Scottsbluff if they're don't live here. So I think it's really put Gering on the map and just shown that greatness can, I think, happen anywhere.
And during that 3-year time frame, Gering has received upwards of $500,000 in new technology, which has allowed a 1-to-1 ratio for Chromebooks, top-of-the-line 1 terabyte computers, and 4K crystal screen televisions. Reimuth says that having the best technology and continued success in this contest has helped inspire students to pursue careers in the STEM field.
Eric Crane, I would say, he, when I first met him in junior high, which a lot of kids, they don't know what they want to do, but now he is pursuing engineering. I've had multitudes of kids from last year's project move into engineering. Quite a few of them went to the South Dakota School of Mines. And from all those winnings also, we've now, through Gering and the chancellor at UNL, we also offer a scholarship in STEM to UNL.
Reimuth has passed the reins to Brett Mosier to lead the Solve for Tomorrow competition, as Reimuth has become an advisor for Samsung, but says that Samsung is continuing to look for more innovative entries from every school district in the country.
I can't really elaborate, I guess, on the rules and what they're exactly looking for, but I can say that they're really wanting just more and more schools to give that kind of multifaceted approach to classes where, they're implementing not just you go to math and then you go to science, and then they want it all to work together to give them a more real-world approach and make them more able to find jobs in the future.
This year's Solve for Tomorrow competition will increase the number of national finalists to 20 schools, and the prize pool has grown to $3 million in prizes. Well, Scottsbluff County Sheriff Mark Overman says a Sunday night ATV rollover has claimed the life of a 78-year-old rural Scottsbluff man. Jackie Prickett was riding on County Road G when his ATV flipped on its side and landed on top of him. A family friend reportedly discovered the accident and was able to lift the ATV off of Prickett, call 911, and begin CPR. Prickett was pronounced dead at the scene of the accident when first responders arrived. Valley Ambulance and the Scottsbluff Rural Fire Department also assisted the Scottsbluff County Sheriff's Department in the response to the crash. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer's in with your full week weather forecast. He does that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
Hi, I'm Kevin Wick, Assistant Vice President at Platte Valley Bank with your Mortgage Mythbuster of the Week. Some people think that purchasing a home is more expensive than renting. The truth is, with interest rates so low, there has never been a better time to purchase a home, making your monthly mortgage payment lower than a rent payment. The mortgage lenders at Platte Valley Bank are here to help you find the right programs to fit your needs and your budget. Stop in today. No question is too big or too small.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Name one other restaurant that makes their barbecue with brown sugar bacon and sauce with Kentucky bourbon that's been aged in charred oak barrels. Charred oak barrels, people. And we have a drive-thru. Arby's, we have the meats.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Well, we don't have a lot to worry about tonight. Pretty boring on the weather front. Sunshine and clear skies as we go through the evening. This 78, that's pretty close to our normal high this time of year, and that's tonight at 7 o'clock. We'll drop into the upper 50s, well above normal tonight for lows. It's going to be comfortable, though. Can't argue with that. Not a lot of wind tonight, not as hot tomorrow. Just isolated storms are around. The cooler weather is going to hold off. It will be here this weekend. 93 yesterday, missed our record by just 5 degrees. Speaking of records, look at this record low, 26. Brr, we were at 48 yesterday. By the way, that 98, that was set last year. So September 15th, a couple years in a row, has been pretty warm out there. Nothing in the rain gauge yesterday, still running about 1/3 of an inch above normal for the month and about 4.5 above normal for September. 80s in northeastern Colorado, upper 80s to near 90 all across the Cornhusker State. If you want some cooler air, you got to look out here at Laramie and the high country there in the mid 70s. 90 in Ogallala and in Oshkosh, also up in Chadron right now. 81 in Cheyenne, one of the cooler readings. Mid and upper 80s for all of us. Winds have been pretty stout here in the Sand Hills and down into south central Nebraska in the 10 to 20 mile an hour range, 5 to 10 mile an hour range for us, primarily in that southerly direction. Give or take a little bit. We put thunderstorm coverage back on the map, took it out on Friday because we didn't have any chances of storms, but we don't worry about today necessarily so much, but we're paying attention to tomorrow and a marginal risk of severe storms from mainly the Cheyenne area up through, say, Bridgeport to near Mullen and points to the north. So the northern half, roughly, of our area is where we're worried we may see a marginal severe thunderstorm, marginal risk anyway. That's the lowest risk. We just expect isolated storms at best. Tomorrow, then, we push that well off to the east and no thunderstorm activity really to be noteworthy on Wednesday. It's going to be, I think, a drier day around here. Just a few clouds tonight as they stay confined primarily to the high country. A few will slip out into the plains towards sunrise. Lows tonight are going to be very mild for this time of year. Mid 50s for most of us. Look at Valentine, 68, 65 in Mullen, 64 tonight in Ogallala. That's well above normal. We'd ordinarily be in the 40s for this time of year. Tomorrow, clear skies to partly cloudy skies through the day. Notice by mid-afternoon, here come a couple of isolated hit-or-miss thunderstorms across the region. Again, can't rule out that one or two of them could become strong to severe. Hail and wind would be the primary threats. And again, we don't expect anything widespread. Most of us will stay dry. Highs tomorrow, a little cooler, 78 in Cheyenne, still back to near 90 in Ogallala, 92 in Valentine, upper 80s for most of us. And if you don't get under one of those thunderstorms, we're not going to see any rainfall. If you do get under them, you could pick up a few hundredths, maybe a little more than that if you get under one of the heavier downbursts, but really thunderstorm chances are pretty small. 55 tonight, mostly clear. It's going to be comfortable out there. Tomorrow, again, we can't rule out a stray afternoon thunderstorm. We put up chances at just 20%. Didn't even put the thunderstorm icon on the map because they're going to be very isolated, but heads up, we could see one or two. Warm again, highs in the upper 80s. We'll cool off just a bit Wednesday. 83. Then Thursday, we're back into the upper 80s. Friday, near 80 or so. Then the weekend, finally cooler in the mid 70s. And then for Monday, by the way, the first day of fall officially, 80 degrees out there with pretty decent weather conditions, and we'll call it partly to mostly sunny skies.
Okay, nobody panic! Change the temperatures! We train for this!
These aren't your average squirt some sauce on them and call them barbecue sandwiches. The bacon is hand sprinkled with brown sugar, and the sauce is made with Kentucky bourbon aged in charred oak barrels, and the meats are perfectly smoked.
Oh no!
Arby's, we have the meats.
Box Butte General Hospital continues our mission to lead and innovate in healthcare delivery and community wellness. But this isn't just a hospital. This is home to exceptional patient care. This is the greatest place to work, receive care, and practice medicine. This is innovation in action. This is community wellness. This is where specialty clinics fit your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. We are Box Butte General Hospital. This is us. Great things are happening here since 1976.
Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering.
Welcome back. A longtime Scottsbluff resident who donated countless time and leadership to the community has passed away. Don Overman passed away this morning at the age of 90. During his career, Overman served 25 years on the Scottsbluff City Council, including 20 as mayor. He was also the chair of the Western Nebraska Airport Board, served more than 50 years as a member of the Scottsbluff Noon Kiwanis, and 20 years with the Nebraska Crime Commission. Friends and colleagues tell KNEB News that Don Overman always wanted to put the Scottsbluff community first, and he will truly be missed. Well, Scottsbluff High School is proud to announce that Catherine Rising has been selected as a semifinalist in the 65th Annual National Merit Scholarship Program. She is one of about 16,000 national semifinalists competing for 7,600 national merit scholarships worth more than $31 million. Last spring, she attained a perfect score of 36 on the ACT test she took in April. National Merit Scholarship winners of 2020 will be announced in 4 nationwide news releases beginning in April and concluding in July. And a Chadron woman has been sentenced to 4 to 8 years in prison following a January Wing Drug Task Force investigation. 39-year-old Mandy Hardy was sentenced last week in Dawes County District Court on convictions of distribution of a controlled substance and negligent child abuse, resulting in no injury. Hardy and her husband James were arrested after authorities executed search warrants on their home and storage units and found methamphetamine, ketamine, and prescription pills. Additionally, at least 5 stolen credit cards were found. Mandy Hardy pleaded no contest to her charges and last Tuesday was sentenced to prison with 242 days credit for time already served. James Hardy was sentenced earlier this year on convictions of unauthorized use of a financial transaction device and negligent child abuse resulting in no injury. He received 18 months of probation. Well, straight ahead, a big win for Gering football on Friday night. Chris Cottrell has all the highlights right after this on KNEB.TV News.
We've been an ALA customer from the beginning, 15 plus years.
Almost 15 years.
15 years now. They live here, they work here, they give back to our community. That's very important to us.
It's the difference of night and day between our old internet provider and ALO.
Having that reliability and that speed is extremely important.
Nobody matches that speed. It was a game changer.
ALO came to my site and helped me resolve an issue. At that point, I knew ALO was the company that I wanted to stick with.
Bye, Mom. Have fun.
Maybe next weekend.
Don't put off till next weekend what you can enjoy doing today. With the affordable John Deere 3E series, you can handle any job on your property and turn that chore list from to-do to done.
Looks like we had nothing to worry about.
Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Sometimes events in life are planned. Others, a happy surprise. No matter what life change you're navigating, whether you're getting married or just want a bigger yard for your pup, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. Retirement. A new season in life where you can change how you live it. And something easier, convenient, that feels just right. When it's time, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
Now, sports from the First National Bank Sports Desk. First National Bank of North Platte, the bank to think of first.
It's a Monday rewind at the sports desk today here on KNEB.TV. Well, was Friday night a watershed moment for the Gering Bulldogs? Only time will tell, but for a night at least, all was good for the Gering High football program as they hosted Torrington, looking for their first win of the Josh Hyatt era. Gering came in 0-2 off a loss at Seward, while Torrington was 1-0. They picked up a Week 1 win over Glenrock. After an early first quarter fumble by the Trailblazers, it was the Bulldogs getting on the board first, with Brady Rudzimski converting the short touchdown run. And with the PAT, Gering had the early lead, 7-0 on the scoreboard. Now we move late first quarter. It's Torrington near the red zone, but Minutair transfer Caleb Gonzalez comes up with the interception. But it's not just the pick, as Gonzalez knows what to do with it. Races about 85 yards for the score. Gering starting to feel it just a little bit with that 14-0 lead on the Trailblazers. Second quarter early, a big pass from Anthony Walker to Colton Ebers. That helps set up the Bulldogs' next score, with Rudzimski virtually untouched into the end zone. Another short scoring run as the Bulldogs ahead comfortably at that point, 20-0. Late third quarter, and it's Gering running away and hiding. Anthony Walker hits Riley Shaneman, who takes that pass deep into Torrington territory. And then for the third time in the game, it's Brady Rudzimski with the touchdown run. This one covers right around 4 yards as the Bulldogs put it out of reach. Up big in the fourth, and the Dogs wanting more. Walker connects with Ebers for the score. The final score in this one, Gering wins it going away. They win it big over Torrington, 34-0, and they do notch that first win of the Josh Hyatt era. And more importantly, they get a much-needed boost of confidence and belief for the program. Gering will hit the road to play at Hastings on Friday. Hastings 2-1 after a road victory at Alliance. Scottsbluff, they improved to 3-0 with a really hard-fought 18-13 win at Northwest on Friday night. Sebastian Harsh, Jacob Krull, the offensive line and the defense all starred at times in this matchup of top 10 teams. Harsh with 3 more rushing touchdowns. He's now got 9 rushing scores on the year to go along with 3 passing touchdowns. The Bearcats will host Sterling, Colorado on Friday. Sterling right now 3-0 themselves, and they'll have the Cats' full attention after putting up some big numbers against them last year in the first half. And coming up tomorrow night here on KNEB.TV, we're going to have some high school volleyball rivalry action with Gering hosting Scottsbluff in what should be a raucous scene over at the Gering Gym. Chuck Schwartz will have that call on TV and radio tomorrow night, starting up at approximately 6:15. JV match at 4:30. Freshman match, at 4:30. JV match at 5:30. That'll do it for today. That's the latest from right here at the First National Bank Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's got that community calendar update right after this when we come back on KNEB.TV.
You said yes. Together, you planned every detail. You married. And then you realized 500 square feet just isn't enough room for 2. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. You decide to add another to your family. You start reading parenting books. You're amazed that such a small human could need so much space. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
The 23rd Annual Harvest Festival at Legacy of the Plains is September 21st and 22nd. This year, their featured crop is sugar beets. Starting at 9 a.m. both days, enjoy potato digging, live music, a horse and tractor parade, food vendors, wagon rides, and watch a live demonstration of hand, horse, and machine sugar beet and potato harvest. Large gift shop sale. Legacy's cookbook will be on sale with a bake sale on Saturday and church service on Sunday starting at 9. The 23rd Annual Harvest Festival at Legacy of the Plains is September 21st and 22nd. This ad is sponsored by the Scottsbluff County Area Tourism Bureau.
It's the time of the year again for the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. Last year, we traveled across the Panhandle and into eastern Wyoming to recognize over 50 students for their achievements in and out of the classroom. Let's revisit what they had to say.
Last fall, Scottsbluff football captains Garrett Nelson, Keegan Reifschneider, and Jeremiah Delzer were nominated for their sportsmanship. In a playoff game, Omaha Roncalli's star quarterback was carted off the field with a nasty injury. 3 Scottsbluff captains decided to go visit the quarterback after the game to offer their support.
he was going into surgery and just wanted to make sure he was okay while he was still in town.
Like Garrett said, we just thought it was the right thing to do to go up there and see him. It felt really good that we could go there and be supportive and just see how he was doing and making sure that he wasn't hurt and that he was going to be able to be back next year. So,
to nominate a deserving K-12 student to be recognized for being a star student, you can find nomination forms online at www.pvbank.com.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver and a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today. Plus, all United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flight. Finally, while visiting Western Nebraska Regional Airport, grab a bite to eat at the Flight Deck Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we know when you need a loan, time is of the essence. We are locally owned with decisions made right here at the bank. Our lenders are experienced, efficient individuals who are committed to our customers. Our flexible lending policies make it possible to fulfill loan requests, big or small, quickly. Whether you want to purchase a car, home, or even start a business, our committed associates are here to help. Stop into any location today and see what Platte Valley Bank can do for you.
And finally tonight, firefighters from 4 states seeking live fire training to combat wildfire blazes spent this past weekend in Scottsbluff County honing their skills. Training in the Carter Canyon Wildlife Management Area served 2 purposes by using controlled burns to give firefighters experience in certain wildland fire scenarios. Tim Maxey, who has been with the Gering Volunteer Fire Department since 1973, says that the training and equipment has changed a lot over the years.
The changes that has taken place over the years has been really amazing. I mean, years ago we throw on stuff just old, like raincoats and go out and fight fire, and now we have all this protection, all this wildland gear, which is Nomex, and it's so much better and so much safer.
Included in the response teams were numerous engine companies, water tenders, and helicopters practicing water drops. The training helped firefighters gain what's called Type 3 incident experience for certification needed to respond to real wildfires in the future. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you here next time.